So we're going to do a quick overview of my wife's Sportsman 1000. This is a 2016 Sportsman 1000 made by Polaris. I ended up buying the Polaris Scrambler 1000 and she wrote it and said she had to have one. She was on a 500 prior to that and loved all the power the 1000s have to offer, so we got her this. This machine is a 2016 Limited. The Limited means that it has the GPS on it and a couple little features that the normal ones don't. Has Fox adjustable shocks on it and some cool little features that we're going to be ended up going through here. We bought this machine because it was a demo unit for Dirt Trax magazine. They're another YouTube channel, which if you haven't subscribed to them, you should. They had this machine, they did this back storage rack. There's a little bar right here that goes around the rack in the back. They did the front storage unit, the front bumper, a winch, and then they ended up putting tracks on this machine. After that, they just pulled all the stuff off. I think it had 130 kilometers on it. But you should go and look at their channel and you should watch the burnouts that this specific machine can do. So this machine, as being it's a Limited, comes with blue suspension components. Once I got it home, she decided that she hated the blue and needed pink because she's a girl. So we went through and had these done in candy soda pop powder coat, and this is that. We did the upper, lower, and coil spring up front, and in the back we did the same things with the sway bar as well. So as you can see on the front of the machine here, we have a 2,500 pound winch. Came with a synthetic cable. I added this little bumper. They're really nice when you go to pull the winch cable in. Keeps a little bit of tension on it so the hook doesn't bash around. Other than that, on the front of the machine, another cool feature is this nice bash bar here. It's done in black Line-X, so it's kind of nice to stand up against smashing into trees and stuff. I mean, you can see she's been hitting some trees and leaves and that kind of stuff, but yeah, these were on here from Dirt Trax magazine. Thanks a lot, guys. So one of the cool things about this four-wheeler is this nice front little rack. We can do a comparison real quick on the blue one that we went and picked up as the project, but this is 3 or 4 inches deep and you can put a lot of stuff in here. So we end up putting axle straps and that kind of stuff in case we get stuck. We can put the axle strap around a tree and pull ourselves out. This is a nice Polaris piece. It just goes in with these quick clips. And that's it. If you remove this, that's where you get down to your battery and everything else. Obviously it's filthy, but yeah, I mean, it's as easy as dropping this on. You push it down and you just flip these 2 handles. You're done, you're ready to ride. So with all the pink powder coat that we did on the suspension components for her Christmas gift, I also did new stickers for her. We had all of these made and we did all the swirls and the little speckles and everything else in there. Innovative Wrap did those. Cote Coatings did the powder coat for us. And I ended up putting her name up here on top of the tank. There's a couple more stickers that came in the package that we didn't use. There was some for up in here that kind of came around the headlight bucket on the top of the headlight bucket up here. And then they had some other ones that came up in this general area. I just thought it was going to be too much. So we just went with the 3 on each side, or 2 in the center section on each side. Looking up a little bit further, you can see here, this is the factory GPS unit. This has all the trails in it. The maps are upgradable online for them. Other than that, it's got heated grips here and a heated thumb. So when she's riding in the wintertime, she doesn't get cold. And that's pretty much the cockpit of this monster. So this is the rear of the bike. Again, same thing as the front. It had blue upper and lower control arms, blue springs, and a blue sway bar. These links here were just aluminum color. So when I pulled it all apart to do the powder coat, I sent everything in. This is again the same soda pop pink powder coat. It's got a heavy metallic flake in it. As you can see back here, the Fox adjustable shocks, they're incredible. You go on the trail, if you want to tighten them up, you just turn this little knob here on the bottom and you can hear that little click. And that's it. So it's awesome to be able to adjust. She likes to ride one way, I like to ride another. When I jump on it, I can stiffen it up in a matter of seconds, and that's the way that I like to ride. So here we are at the rear of the machine. On the back of the Sportsmans, they have this cool little box here. In here, we like to keep, this is where we keep our ownership for them and the insurance paperwork in case something happens on the trail or anything. We also put our cell phones in there when we go and ride. And then we have this nice storage box, again, from Dirt Trax magazine. This thing holds so much. We can put food, drinks, you know, everything we're gonna need when we go out on the trail, and it all stays in here nice and watertight and we don't have to worry about it. Plus it's a nice little backrest for anybody sitting on the back of the machine as a secondary rider so they don't go falling off. So you can see the machine is kind of clean. I'm kind of anal about that. Anytime we go riding, I power wash the entire machine, give it a good wipe down, it comes back in the garage and it goes underneath the cover, obviously when it's dry. But we do this, these machines cost a lot of money nowadays, so I want to make sure that I protect that investment a little bit. The machine itself, we bought with like 130 kilometers on it, like I mentioned. It's got about 1,050 now, maybe just about 1,200 kilometers on it. We do ride a lot, we did ride a lot, and the machine's given us no problems at all. She broke one front axle on it, kind of being a goon. Other than that, the front diff on these does have a separate pinion plate that you go ahead and buy. It's a billet piece, and that stops the front end from pulling itself apart and shattering the front diff. It's about $145 if I remember correctly. And we did one of those on this one and on my Scrambler just to make sure that we didn't have any issues. But this machine's been dead reliable. Anytime you jump on it, it goes where you need it to go. Point and shoot, basically. The GPS is a lifesaver. It's very nice having that GPS. It'll mark everywhere that you've gone. Anywhere that you stop for more than 10 minutes, it drops a pin. So you're able to go out wherever the heck you want to go, and then turn around and you can find your way back. The exact route, you can kind of skip, you know, here and there if you find a better way, whatever, and you make sure that you always get home.